Hello, and welcome back to my channel. And today I'm just going to be giving you some tips and tricks on how to turn your doodles into a masterpiece using just these little simple doodles that you do. Okay, and the first thing we're going to do, the first thing I would do is get you something to write on. This is just typing paper. Well, with these types of doodles that I do, what I found is that it works better when you have it all together in one place, you know, and it makes it look nicer. So what I did, because I used to draw all over the place on different things, is I got sketchbooks. This is a basic dollar rounding sketchbook. You can get them at Walmart for like maybe $5. This is a 5.5 by 8.5. You can get this one, also a dollar rounding. It's a pocket sketchbook, and this is a 3.5 by 5 by 5. But just keeping everything consolidated, it just really helps with making it look neat and keeping it in one place. And this is just one sketchbook that I have. And these are my doodles that I do with just simple shapes, faces, circles, triangles, squares. Oh my, that's what I do. And I just make these beautiful little pieces. I think they're beautiful. You know, give me a thumbs up if you think that this is a beautiful and creative way to take your doodles and just have them all in one place. But this is just a quick flip through for that, just to show you a little bit about what we can do. And these sketchbooks are really nice. I have quite a few of them, and I use them all the time. But today, boom, it's going to be drawn on a plain sheet of typing paper. And then the next thing you have to do is just boom, just like that, get you something to draw with. I prefer pens. This is a pencil. Whatever you want to do, it's up to you. So you could go ahead and do that. So these are microns, Sharpies, just dollar store pens, whatever's comfortable for you. And we're just gonna start off with this little dollar store pen. You can probably get like $3-4 at the Dollar Tree. You know, I have many pens. And if you're a painter, boom, I got a paintbrush too, ink, whatever you want to use. And so with that, what I've done is that once you have something to write on, you just take a doodle, something that you know how to draw, you're familiar with. I mean, even something that you're not familiar with, you still can use that. Like a doodle is just whatever. So we're just gonna use something simple. You know, there's just many things that I've taken and just drawn with. So anything you're thinking about, this is just basic. A hand. All right, really basic. Get you a little closer. That's just a basic little hand right there. Okay, and then I mean, anything that you're thinking about, you know, I love faces, so I always draw faces and ears, eyes, a nose, any set of ears, any set of eyes, a mouth, boom, a hair, no hair, wrinkles in the forehead, no wrinkles, iris, it's a face. However you want to do it, simple faces. Okay, let's get a little bit closer so you can see this. All right, simple faces. Okay, and we're just gonna use something very common that you probably learned how to draw in the first grade. Boom. Looks like the sun to me. Well, and you don't have to be really good at it, just have the desire to draw. So something really basic like this is how I start, and I just draw my doodles, and I just keep going with it. Once I have like the basis of it, just these simple little things, and then to me, you just keep working with them and just keep going. And see, I can't even just not like keep going with it, you know. So that's like my little favorite thing to do. And so you just take it, and I don't know, with this hand, there's so much you can do with just one little thing. Like if you don't have, like, you know, this big art library in your head of objects that you can draw, don't feel bad, just use the same one over and over again. Repetition is a good thing, you know. There's nothing wrong with taking something and creating something else out of it. And maybe you see something to me that look like an eye, because my thing is faces. So anything that starts to look like a face, or anything that looks like something like that, I'll run with it, because that's what it looks like to me. And so, you know, you could take these objects and put them all together and just create something so unique and so fun. Like with this right here, I can see this in here. What I'll do is I'll just go right here, I'll put an ear, and maybe I'll come back with a mouth right there, and see that already looks like a nose. So we just make the nose right there, make it more like a nose. There's always like little wrinkles under the eyes, so we put those in, you know, like that. You know, there's, however you want to draw an ear, you know. Maybe they have teeth, maybe they don't, you know. Make it look a little bit more round, use a little bit of shading to make it look a little more round. But you just take these things and you just go with them. And this is how I create a lot of my art, just by starting. Now another thing that I do, tip number 3, is I encompass it. I enclose it, as in meaning I give it structure. So what I'll do to do that is I'll draw a square, and I kind of do it, as you can see, kind of comic book style. So for this, I'll just use a pencil, because sometimes I go outside of the lines with this, and so I'll just draw this with a pencil, because, and we'll just make a small box. Well, let's just draw it around so we don't have to start over. Boom, let's just put a box around what we already have. That's an even better deal. Okay, put that in there where you can see it. And it's okay, you can draw it however you want. In the lines, outside the lines, this is your drawing. And so with this, you just take it and you just incorporate just whatever. Boom, make it yours. And that's what I do. So that's like tip number 3. And then my tip number 4 is basically to just fill that space. And you just use anything that you feel that can fill the space. And usually when I do it, it's just basic circles, triangles, and squares. That's how I fill the space, and it just makes it look a little bit different, and makes it look like it's something, whatever you want to call it, or whatever it is. It just makes it look like something. When it's all just scribbles, it's all just faces, it's all just whatever you want it to be. And that is just the basis for the things that I could do. I could show you a couple of examples to where I just started some things and just drew. Let me see. I'm right here with you like this. Back that out just a little bit. But this is like a piece that I did to where it's just faces. As you can see, it's just faces. And then when I filled in the space, as you can see, it's triangles. Triangles. And then I love stipple. There's some circles right there. I always put my quotes in there. He's able. You're more than a conqueror. Please believe that, because you are. All things are possible. Every last one of them. But you have to be a part of that. Okay, so this is one piece. Piece that I did that has, you know, my what I call my signature style in it. And this is how I do that. And I just start drawing, and I just keep drawing, and I just keep adding, and I just keep adding, you know, to whatever. And I just keep doing it until it looks like something neat, you know. When I finish my pieces, I think that they look neat. And, you know, leave a comment down below if you think the same thing. So those are my tips for today. We can go back through them. Tip number 1, get something to draw with and something to draw on. Tip number 2, pick a doodle of your choice. Anything you want to doodle with, pick that doodle. And then tip number 3 is enclose it. Put it in a square. And then tip number 4 is to fill the space. And then I'll give you a bonus tip. This is my favorite tip, and I do this all the time, but this is my bonus tip. So we'll do a bonus tip. However you spell bonus. How you spell bonus? We ain't gonna worry about that. Don't tell nobody I don't know how to spell bonus. But anyway, bonus tip number 5, we'll just do it like that. All right.